Let your arms enfold us through the dark of night. Will your angels hold us till we see the light? Hush, lay down your troubled mind. The day has vanished and left us behind, and the wind whispering soft lullabies will soothe. So close your weary eyes. Let your arms enfold us through the dark of night. Will your angels hold us till we see the light?
York Minster has been here for 800 years, and for the first time in its history, they've appointed a female curate. At 24, Ellie Bangay is also the youngest curate in the country. In her first 6 months, she's made a big impact with the help of her dog-collared friend. Hi Ellie, how are you?
Good,
Great
nice
to
to
see
meet you.
And this must be George
Yes,
of the Minster.
this is George of the Minster.
Wow. George, come on.
Good boy. He's made a huge difference because he's so friendly and
Yeah.
people just want to stop and talk to him, and then by default to me.
Ellie, as far as first places to work goes, this is spectacular. You must feel like pinching yourself every day.
Yeah, it's quite something.
And your role as a curate, what does
Yes.
that involve here at the Minster?
Well, being a curate is kind of like being an apprentice, and I can do things like baptisms and funerals. I can't yet do weddings or preside at communion because that's the job of a priest, which hopefully I will become in the next few months. But there's still so much to do. One of my favourite things is working across the road at the Minster School, doing assemblies there. So Jesus taught us to live in peace alongside other people, even when we don't agree with them.
Ellie is part of the generation for whom women priests are the norm. She has only known acceptance. It was a different story for the Dean of York Minster, the Very Reverend Vivian Fall. In 1994, she was one of the first women to be ordained and took on those who disagreed.
And there are certain, actually relatively few texts, particularly from the New Testament, from the Christian scriptures, which would seem to indicate that women shouldn't be in authority. Inevitably, it was really hurtful because it felt as if it wasn't just my role that was being rejected, it was me, it was personal. Now, nearly all the relationships I have with those who are opposed are profoundly friendly because we've had to work through some very, very difficult questions together and decide that we really do disagree, and we disagree quite strongly, but we still love one another within the boundaries of the church, and that's very important to me.
And how does that make you, Ellie, feel?
Having people who've paved the way to where I am now means that I've faced very little opposition. Let us pray. So I'm just really grateful that it's been such a smooth transition into my job. Today the church remembers Agnes, who was martyred at Rome in 304.
Well, that's just about it from York Minster. But next week, as part of Chinese New Year, Josie Darby is joining some Chinese Christians on a pilgrimage to some little-known historic sites in Barnsley. But for now, we leave you with a great gospel song written by two women, Estelle Banks and Sylvana Bell. Thanks for watching.
And Songs of Praise is back next week at 4:15. Next today on BBC One, let your mind wander and dream the dream with Escape to the Country.